Kia ora. What we're going to have a look at is finding a prediction interval. So first of all, I'm having a look at the relationship between an individual's age and their income. So I'm going to copy this image and I'm just going to take it straight down to discuss the prediction considering the use your model to make predictions using including giving a prediction interval. So initially we would have to make a prediction. So a normal prediction, let's say we're going to go for a 40-year-old. So we're going to predict the income of a 40-year-old. So how do we do that? Well, what we do is we get this formula up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to whack this to the left, and I'm going to get a Google calculator on the right. So we've got this formula up here, and it may be hard for you guys to see, but I'm just going to use Google to work it out. So I'm going to go equals 2638.1 star, and the age we're looking at is 40, so I'm going to go 40 here, and then I'm going to go minus 52,793. I'm going to go whack equals. So this has got all of my calculation that I need. So I'm just going to get a picture of that and whack it in here. It might look maybe it looked a little bit nicer when I was doing it up the top, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. So predict the income of a 40-year-old. So I predict that a 40-year-old will earn $52,731 per year. Is that what income was? So we have to always double check. Income, where is income? Income. Total annual income from all sources. Rounded. Ooh, if this one's rounded to the nearest thousand, I should round my prediction to the nearest thousand. Pro tip. Where are we? So I'm going to go to the nearest thousand. That would end up being 53,000. Okay, so I've used the formula correctly to make my prediction, but now I want to include a prediction interval. And what we're going to do is we're going to make that prediction interval ourselves. So what we do to do this is we grab this, oopsies, we grab it and we go insert and drawing. So I'm actually going to copy it first just in case this doesn't work. And I'm going to go a new drawing. Did it bring it with me? No, it didn't. Okay, lucky I copied it, so I'm just going to paste it in there. Let's make it big so it's easy to work with. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add lines. So I'm going to get a line. First I'm going to deselect the picture. I'm then going to select a line, and I'm going to get my line, and I want to cover probably the vast majority of the data. I don't need to be along the vast majority of the data, but I want to try and capture most of it. So I'm going to go up to here. Am I capturing all of the data? No, there's about 3 points that I'm missing, but I'm just trying to make an interval so it doesn't need to be fully accurate. Notice that my line that I've drawn doesn't need to be parallel to the data, to the regression line that's in the middle. I just want to capture most of the individuals' ages and incomes within it. I'm going to make this dotted like this, and I might make it a pretty, we've got red in the middle. I'm going to go with a purple. All right, let's have a look at that. Beautiful. And look at that. I've even got the next line ready to go. So I'm going to start the next line here as well, so it captures most data. And I need to capture most of the data, so I'm going to need to drag this way down to probably about here. The reason I'm making the interval like this is because I'm trying to capture most of the data, but there's a 36-year-old here that's only earning maybe like 3-4 grand. And so when I'm making an estimate of someone that age, it will be on average about 38 grand, but it could be anywhere between this 2 grand person and up here and this 100 grand person. So this interval is trying to capture most of the data that we've seen already. So let's go and use this information. So what I now need to do is I need to do another line. So my prediction was for 40-year-olds. So I'm going to do a new line, and I'm going to do it straight up from 40 until I hit my top prediction line. And I'm trying my hardest to make it straight. Luckily, this is discrete data, so I can just make it go straight through the dots. And then once I've gone straight up, I want to bounce it across. I might even... Nah, I shouldn't do that. What color? Does black look good? Yeah, it looks pretty good for my prediction. So, and then I'm going to go across. I'm going to go directly across horizontal from that purple line. I'm going to try my hardest to make it horizontal. I could use the cross. Yeah, it looks aligned. Maybe down a bit. Nah, it doesn't look right. It actually looks more right than up there, doesn't it? Ugh, my brain's playing tricks with me now. I'm on a curve monitor. Is that right? Is that right? Is that right? I think that. Okay, I'm going to commit to that. So that's my top band. And then the bottom one is down here. And it looks like that's about right. I really don't know. It's a curve monitor. Is the distance? Yeah, okay, that's about right. And then I'm going to do one in the middle as well, just so I can see. So I'm going to do one more in the middle here, and that would be, this is my actual prediction. Does that look pretty good? Is it going straight across? Honestly, this curve monitor is throwing me out so much. Maybe have like a ruler with you so you can like check that it is actually the right heights. But anyway, I'm going to make this one red because that's where my actual prediction was. And I might make that one dashed because it's not super clear what's happening with that. Is that looking good? I'm happy with that. So I'm going to save and close. So now I have this prediction interval in purple. It looks horrific. I don't know how it ended up looking so bad. Look how like blurred out this font is up here. What the heck? Thanks, Google. Thanks, Google Drawing. Ah, that's when I made it bigger. Don't make it bigger. Don't do what I did there. It makes it horrible. So from my prediction interval, I would predict the income of a 40-year-old could be anywhere between what two numbers? So that number is sort of about $5,000. And the top number looks like it came out so ugly. Like $108,000? $108,000. Could be anywhere. Yeah. So now this gives an interval rather than a number. So I'm going to add these together. But from my prediction interval, could be anywhere between 5 grand and 108 grand. So instead of giving just one value, we have to give like an interval, and that's what a lot of statistics ends up being. People want to know an interval rather than just what is the average, right? So it will tend to be about 53 grand, but because there's so much variation, there is more variation in people's incomes as they get older. Hence the cone-shaped prediction interval. So if we were making a prediction of a 50-year-old's income, it's going to be really inaccurate. Whereas if we're making a prediction of like a 20-year-old's income, we know they're earning nothing. Okay, hope that helps. See you.